Hey guys, how you doing? Wanted to share this 5-minute blitz game in the Diemer-Duhm Gambit, which is my guilty, dirty little secret. Absolutely loving it. Stockfish doesn't. Stockfish thinks I'm a fool. So let me show you how it goes if you're not familiar with it. I play it all the time now against the French defence. So we go e4, e6, d4. They take the centre, and now c4, a bit similar to the French wing gambit. And this is what you're hoping for. You're offering a free pawn on e4, so most of the time they'll take it. And I'll show you actually how frequent these moves are as well in the Explorer after the event. So you push forward again. The computer says black is simply better now by a pawn. If they take here, he recaptures. So the whole point of this thing is that you want a pawn on this square looking at this square, okay? And for reasons that will become clear, okay? So we push, they take, we take back, okay? So it's attacked once, defended once by our queen. Knight comes out, very frequent. We defend again with the knight. And then black thinks he has a clever idea and thinks that knight can be pinned, therefore no longer defending the pawn. So they bring their bishop out, you play queen a4 check, and we're going to win a piece. So they've got a few options. If they put the knight here, for example, you take the knight. That's not what happened here. We had bishop d7, I take the bishop. Okay, hits my queen, I slide over to d4. Oh, and missed the pawn. There was a free pawn on b7. And then c5 was the next best move, but we're okay here. Black castles. I want to get my pieces out into the board, so bishop e2. I don't know if that was best, but yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, they come in, defend. I pin the knight. Now he attacks my pawn on d5 because my queen is undefended there. However, he falls for this old chestnut because there are simply two attackers on this knight, and if queen takes, I do queen takes, I'm still up a piece, and piece for a pawn. We have g takes actually, and here I just decide to grab this pawn because if you think about it, if bishop takes, I can get the bishop off the board, and that opens up some space for my queen to attack. But I'm also, after this move, I'm also threatening to come in here with check. And if the king moves, then I can win a rook, for example, from there. So black takes, I take, he takes the pawn. It's like pawn schmawn, I don't care. I'm still a piece up for a pawn, and black's got nothing out on the board. So queen over with check. And now this is interesting, because so I'm looking at this idea. Bishop d3, queen f5, queen takes that as checkmate, okay? But I figured, so how could my opponent stop that? If I signal what my intention with this, I guess he's got that, but then I could just take. But I decided to play the queen first, just to avoid any complications. And now I'm literally saying to myself, how does black prevent mate? There is only couple of well, basically he's got to put one of his major pieces on rook can't go there. He's got to give check on the next move, basically. So we have rook e8 check. I block with the knight, and here it says he should actually trade the rook for the knight. King comes over, I grab the pawn, and then decide to castle, because the knight's defended by my bishop there. He comes in and attacks here. I throw in an attack on the rook, and this is just a straight-up mistake. Trades the rook for the knight. Knight comes in now, and then he resigns because he realizes that he's just hung his knight as well. All right, but that's all by the by. Let's have a look at the analysis. So, very tidy. The computer thinks I'm a fool for playing this opening, but that's what it always says. But then I got better. Okay? So here, this is already inaccurate, and black has a slight edge. And that's now a mistake. But it doesn't matter, and I'll show you why. Right, so anyway, and then we know how this move is so common, so let me show you on the Explorer. Here's my games as white and the French. Okay, so I've faced this. Wow, it's taking a while to catch up. A few hundred times, right? As an e4 player, my most common move now is the Diemer-Duhm Gambit, and I have a 59% win rate with this Gambit. Okay, let's look at the most common moves. 77, they take the free pawn. So that's nearly 3/4 of the time they take the pawn. I push. Okay. E takes d5, 57 versus 15, 2, 2, 1, right? They nearly always just do it, and you just take back. Then what do we expect? Knight f6, 44 times. The next most common move has been played 4 times. So they come out and they attack it. And we just do this, right? And now guess what? What's the most common move? Bishop b4, 40 times. Now there's a lot of blitz games in here, but they're not all blitz, right? Being played 40 times. The second most common move, c6, has only been played 5. And when they play this move, I have an 80% win rate, right? Because I'm simply going, oops, it's just pulled up all the games, but yeah, I'm simply going up material. And it really is absolute pure filth. It really is. Bit like the von Hennig in the Caracal when you get it. But this is worse. I mean, we're literally winning a piece straight out of the opening. And yeah, so if you're looking for something against the French, please give it a whirl, because at least at 1500 level blitz, it's going great guns. So there you go. Thought you'd enjoy that. Thanks for watching. See you later.